Hi guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. My name is Vic and welcome to Across the Pond, your North American sports update show. Everything that has happened in the last 7 days in North America will get you up to date, tell you what's happening, what's coming up, what's new and exciting, trades, all that stuff. We'll talk about it. But let's have a look at our topics today so that you know what we're going to be talking about. There you go. Of course, NASCAR, IndyCar. The IndyCar started on the weekend. NASCAR third race of the season is in the books. Same winner. NBA, NHL, a little bit of Major League Baseball, some NFL news. We'll talk about the NCAA, and we'll get into we'll talk about the WNBA. Is there going to be season? Is there going to be no season? 10th of March is deadline day. They still have no agreement. I don't think they get it done, but you never know, you know. Who caves first? Are the players going to cave? Are the owners going to cave? I think the players going to have to cave because I think the owners got the bigger pockets. Huh? There you go. So that's what's coming up on the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. We are on our way to 145,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it. Thanks to all of you guys out there. Thanks for joining the channel. I see we do have 2 people in already. That is my man Tony Soprano there from the Sopranos from New Jersey. And of course, our friend Alvin from the UK. There we go. But let's start with NASCAR. We'll start with the NASCAR this week. There you go, NASCAR, the Cup Series. I like that. Here we go, the standings after 3 races. Yep, baby. It's been 3 races. There's been 1 winner. He's won it through all 3 races. That is Tyler Reddick, the man that rides for Michael Jordan's team. Toyota, they're doing really well with Reddick and Bubba Wallace. Teammates doing well there on top of the standings. Then followed by Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Shane Van Gisbergen, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, AJ Allmendinger, Michael McDowell, and there you go. And Carson Hocevar, your top 10 at the moment. I've put all the 15 down there, check them out. Where my boys there from the Henrik Motorsports. Well, where my boys? We got Kyle Larson and Will Byron in the top 15. So I'm not doing too badly. And Chase Elliott, of course, on 3rd spot. But hey, well, I'll leave that out there. There's the man, Tyler Reddick. Doesn't know how to lose at the moment on a 3 race win streak. What can he do? Phoenix up this weekend. See if he can improve on that. Huh? There you go. Talk about Phoenix on the weekend. Well, that's exactly what's coming up. This is the races in March. We have the Straight Talk Wireless 500. That is on the Phoenix Raceway. Then we have the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy. There at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the 15th of March. Jeez, wouldn't I like to be at that one? Not just for the raceway. Then it's the Goodyear 400. That is at Darlington Raceway on the 22nd of March. And on the 29th of March, going to that small little track there in Martinsville Speedway, the Cookout 400. So lots of good racing coming up there in the NASCAR. The next one, like I said, is Phoenix. That's on the weekend. So check that out. We will update you next week on that. And of course, don't forget, every morning at 7 o'clock, we do have our daily sports update shows where it'll also be updated on. Don't you worry about a thing, as the song goes. Then IndyCar, yep. The IndyCar series has started, and it started as it finished last year with Alex Palou from Chip Ganassi Racing winning once again ahead of Scal McLaughlin from Team Penske and Christian Lundgaard from Arrow McLaren. Kyle Kirkwood from Andretti Global there in 4th. Potter Award as well, doing well. So yeah, look, it's Roman Grosjean is also in the IndyCars this year. So good stuff there. Let's have a look. That's the man of the hour, Alex Palou, the young Italian. Spanish. Sorry, he's Spanish. He's from Barcelona. Doing well there. Let's have a look at the IndyCar standings quickly. So easy, 1 race in the books. Alex Palou on top there. He got 50 points for the win, and then I think for the fastest lap and for the most led laps he gets points as well, ahead of Scott McLaughlin. There you go. What's coming up in the IndyCar this season? Check that out. These are the next 5 races all the way to the Indianapolis 500, which is on the 24th of May. They're going to Arlington on the 15th of March. Then they're at Barber on the 29th. Long Beach, the 19th of April. It's another one of those iconic Grand Prix. Then the IMS road course there on the 9th. And then on the 24th, they are in Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 500. Who gets to drink the milk afterwards, or the Brickyard 500, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Then we move on to the NBA. With some games last night, I'm not going to go into detail. You guys have probably got all the information. All I'm saying is that the Clippers are starting to look really good. I think there's a team you've got to worry about is the Clippers, because if I go to the standings, here we go. We'd start out in the East, the beast of the East, still the Detroit Pistons ahead of the Celtics and the New York Knicks. Like I said on the morning show, I think the playoff spots are taken. The top 10 of each division, I think it's done already. I don't think there'll be any changes. The only changes I can see is within those top 10, but if the Milwaukee Bucks, the Bulls, the Wizards, the Nets, and the Pacers are not making the playoffs, you can plan for next season. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, and I was going to say who comes out of the East, or who do I think is going to be the East Finals this year, I do believe the finals are going to be the Detroit Pistons against the Boston Celtics, because I think the Celtics are only going to get better depending on what happens with Jason Tatum. Does he come back for the playoffs? That's the big question. Then in the West, you have the Thunder, the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are your top 4, followed by the Nuggets and the Lakers. There again, I don't see anybody challenging the top 10. The Grizzlies, the Mavericks, Pelicans, Jazz, and Kings are out of the playoffs in my eyes. Will there be a lot of changes? I can still see Phoenix and LA swapping spots. I think LA will land in the play-ins once again. I've got Houston and Denver going into the finals, maybe. But look, if it was playoffs tomorrow, this would be the way it would pan out at the moment. Thunder and the Pistons would be looking for that 8th seeded team that would come out of the play-ins. The Spurs and the Celtics would take the 7th seed coming out of the play-ins. Look, at the moment it will be Timberwolves against Nuggets, Cavaliers against Raptors, Knicks, 76ers, and the Rockets would take on the Lakers. If that was the playoffs right now, I can tell you now, Timberwolves are going home and the Lakers are going home already. The Raptors would be going home, and I think the 76ers would be going home. I can't see the top 4 being knocked off. The top 2 of each division being knocked off in the first round either. Unless the only team you got to worry about is the only team you do not want in the playoffs, if you're the Thunder or if you're the Spurs, are the Clippers. The Clippers have got a good squad. I like it squad. Let's look at the stat leaders in the NBA. Points per game, it's still Luka Doncic there on 32.4 ahead of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Edwards moving up there. Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown, that's your top 5 on your points. Your rebounders is Nikola Jokic ahead of Karl Anthony Towns and Donovan Kilgan, followed by Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. The assists, still Jokic, the only man on more than 10 assists a game, put it that way. Doing well ahead of Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, for me, should get a shout out for MVP this year. He might not make it, but he should get a few votes because what he's done with the Pistons is unbelievable. Blocks per game, it is Wemby out in front there. Steals per game, it's Carson Wallace. And field goal percent, the highest field goal percentage is Rudy Gobert with 70. When you're close to the basket, it's easier to score, isn't it? It should be a lesson for a lot of young kids out there. Shooting from half court is not always an option. Let me just have a look quickly here, what I'm going through. There you go. Then we move on because we've got a lot to talk about and I don't want to waste a lot of time. I'm going to a football game this evening, man. Got to get mentally ready for it. I've got to let myself down on a certain niveau. Yeah, I'm going with my nephew to the FC Basel game and I'm in the Basel fan block. I mean, let's be honest. The IQ of some of those boys in that fan block, I got plants at home, got a high IQ. But that's a story for another day. There you go. NHL, baby. Some games there last night. The Devils beating the Maple Leafs. My Golden Knights beating the Red Wings. The Hurricanes beating the Canucks. The Islanders got thrashed by the Ducks. And the Blues, they beat the Kraken. So, yeah, that was the result from last night. Let's have a look at the Western Conference there quickly. Look, at the moment, your playoff teams are the Colorado Avalanche, the Dallas Stars, and Minnesota Wild. Out of the Central, out of the Pacific, it's the Golden Knights, the Anaheim Ducks, and the Edmonton Oilers. Your 2 wildcard teams are the Utah Mammoth and the Seattle Kraken. So a lot of the newer found teams that have been, in the last 4 or 5 years come into the league. You got the Golden Knights, you got the Kraken, you got the Mammoth, all new teams to the league. or renamed, rebranded, whatever you want to call it. They're doing well. Canucks not doing well. St. Louis Blues, Flames, Blackhawks. But it's still tight there in the Western Conference. I think all the way down to Nashville, you still got a chance of making the playoffs. Then we move into the East, the beast of the East, and Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Detroit, the Hurricanes, Penguins, and Islanders seem to be on those playoff spots. The wild cards are the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins. Reigning champions there, the Florida Panthers. It's not looking good, and I thought you guys were going to three-peat this year. Not looking good at all. So have a look at some of the stats in the NHL. Points leader is Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers, ahead of Nathan MacKinnon from the Colorado Avalanche. McKinnon and McDavid both over 100 points. Connor McDavid on 105 points this season. Then we look at the goal scorer. There, Nathan MacKinnon's on top. He scored 41 goals ahead of Connor McDavid with 35. Kirill Kaprizov with 35 and Matt Boldy with 35, as well as Cole Caulfield. There you go. Assist leader, very clear. That is Connor McDavid ahead of Nikita Kucherov and Nathan MacKinnon. Leon Draisaitl up there as well. And one of my favorite players, the young man himself, Macklin Celebrini. Love the guy, doing really, really well. I mean, if you look at these names, all these guys were at the Olympics. It was beautiful. Best goalkeeper at the moment that is on goals against. That is Mackenzie Blackwood. He gets the least goals against per game, 2.22. And best saves is Devin Cooley. He's got a 92.2% save ratio. So well done to him. Then now move a little bit to the NFL. What's up? Yeah, it's not a long way to go. It's another 5 weeks, and then we have that NFL draft. It's going to be exciting to see who picks Fernando Mendoza. I think it's quite easy. This is your draft order. A little bit of the needs of those teams as well. So you've got the Raiders. They need a QB, so you're going Mendoza. The Jets need a QB. Arizona need a QB because we'll get to that in a second. You have the Titans there. The Giants, the Cleveland Browns, do they need a QB? Why don't they give Sergio Sanders the chance that he deserves? The Miami Dolphins looking for a QB as well. The Rams, we will see. But talking about what's going on in the NFL, there you go. Kyler Murray is supposed to be cut today or tomorrow by the Arizona Cardinals. So let's see. Maybe one of those other teams can pick up Kyler Murray. A lot of money on the table there for Kyler Murray. Let's see. Talking about money, the New England Patriots are going to release Stephon Diggs because if they would keep him, they'd have to pay him $26 million this year, and I don't think they want to do that. So the Patriots are going to release the Stephon Diggs. And then the Kansas City Chiefs traded Trent McDuffie to the LA Rams for 4 draft picks. Is that a good idea? He's one of the better cornerbacks in the league. Cornerbacks. I think it's how you get 4 picks, maybe. Maybe it's a good trade. We don't know. Then, Major League Baseball, the spring training has started. Not going to go through all the games, just going to put out the leagues. We do have 2 crazy league names there. The Cactus League, at the moment, the San Francisco Giants. And the LA Dodgers on top of the Cactus League. Go to the Grapefruit League, and it's the Yankees and the Pirates on top there. Don't forget, at the moment, it has just started the World Basketball Classic. That is the best 20 countries in the world fighting it out there to see who's the best. Look, normally it comes down to USA, Japan, maybe the Dominican Republic has something to say there. Cuba, maybe Puerto Rico. But a lot of good countries in there. You got Mexico, Italy, Brazil, Great Britain, Korea, Australia. Interesting. There are a few games have been played. Korea and Australia won their first 2 games against Chinese Taipei and the Czech Republic, or the Czechia as it's known today. So check it out. I'll update you on the morning shows once it gets to the latter stages of the World Baseball Classic standings. There you go. Then NCAA. Let's have a look at the rankings there. That is your final rankings. But more important is the schedule, baby. Here is the schedule. There you go. Selection Sunday, Sunday, March 15. Then the first four, that is on March 17. And then you have the first round on March 19th to the 20th. The second round is 21 to 22. Sweet 16 is from the 26th to the 27th. The Elite 8 matches are on the 28th and 29th of March. The Final Four, that is at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That is starts on the 4th. And on the 6th, we do have our final there in the Lucas Oil Stadium, which will be live on this channel. The NCAA Final Four will definitely all be live here. And then we'll see what other games I'm going to do. Going to be quite crazy. On the women's side of things, that is your final rankings there. They are already in their SEC tournament modus already and stuff like that. UConn, unbeaten, 31-0. Well done. This is the ladies' schedule. That is all going to be in the Phoenix Center there, the Final Four. They also, same schedule as the men. They also start around the 15th of March. Sweet 16 is on the 27th. Elite 8 on the 29th. So I'm going to be enjoying that. There you go, man. There you go. Hi, Joshua Miller. There you go. No, that's going to be good, man. Really good, the college basketball, because I can't wait. The minute that bracket, the minute it's possible to build your bracket, I will do a bracketology show here. And we'll fill out the bracket. Maybe some of you guys want to fill it out together with me. That'll be a lot of fun. That was Across the Pond today. Next week, we'll know a lot more. The NFL season will have officially started with preseason. So that's going to be interesting to see which players got cut and which didn't. NBA playoffs, it's around the corner. April, the stuff starts. And then we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But guys, that was Across the Pond for today. Short but sweet. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, same time, same place. Unless something major breaks, then just check one of our breaking news shows. There you go. Guys, have a good one. Enjoy and see you later.